Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the Star Card Tarot. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, please remember to like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and turn on those post notification bells so that you guys are updated each and every time I upload videos. I am here to do a reading on the two missing boys in California, Orrin and Orson West. Alright, so we're going to see what we can get. Orrin and Orson West here. What's going on? What's the issue or the matter that's surrounding these two young fellas here? Orrin and Orson West. Speak to me, Spirit. What information would you like me to provide? Guides, angels, ancestors. Orrin and Orson West. What's going on? Where are these babies? Alright, one more shuffle. Orrin and Orson West. Alright, thank you. Was it another card? No. Oh, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Alright. This was the actual first card out. So we had the Knight of Swords. And then we had our Hangman in reverse. These fell out. You have the Five of Swords, Five of Wands. The Page of Swords in the reverse. The Ten of Wands. We are doing the star spread here, but they've definitely given us more cards. Eight of Swords. Let's use this as my... This is the Five of Cups. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Devil in the reverse. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's put this over here. And the Chariot in the reverse. Alright. let's get our wide deck here. Let's see. Make sure our cards are on. Alright, just give these a shuffle for a second because I hadn't shuffled them at all. Use these cards to speak, please. We're gonna leave that there because it failed there, okay? Alright, what do you have? Yep. Four of Pentacles, please. Four of Pentacles. What's going on with Orrin and Orson West? What's the issue surrounding this situation with these young boys? Thank you. The Hangman, please. Clarify the Hangman. Clarify the Hangman, please. Okay. The Knight of Swords. Thank you. Page of Swords. Clarify the Page of Swords. Goodness. One more card for the Page of Swords, please. Page of Swords. One more card, Spirit. Ten of Wands. One more card for the Ten of Wands. Thank you. The Devil. One more card for the Devil. The Chariot. Chariot. What's going on with Orrin and Orson West? What's going on with these children? What's going on with these children? What's going on with these children, Spirit? What's going on with these children? Five of Cups. Five of Cups, please. Thank you. One more card for the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Thank you. And the Eight of Swords. 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 Thank you. Alright, guys. Just a minute. Oh, just got. Okay, here we go. So we have the Knight of Swords, clarified by Judgment, and the Lovers. Okay, the first thing that I pick up, I always try to tell y'all the first thing I pick up. Um, somebody, somebody's love for somebody that did what they did to the boys has them worried about whether or not they should speak on what exactly happened. It was something that happened quickly, but it seems like there is some type of bond here between the two individuals that's not allowing one of them to come forward with what exactly played out in a situation. That's what I get at first, okay? So now we're going to go to the Four of Pentacles, clarified by the Tower, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. There could be a past person that either one is involved with, either adults. They've been given information on this situation or this tower moment. It's either somebody in the past or a friend. I'm hearing friend or companion. Maybe somebody that they used to date, but they're still speaking to them. I'm still having conversations with them. They've told them about what the issue was or what happened with the boys. Probably telling on the other person, and they're thinking that they're able to confide in this person. I'm hearing that they're not going to hold any loyalty. So whoever was dating someone, a prior individual or a friend that they were probably friends with prior, is going to be somebody that was somebody maybe that they knew from childhood. So it could be from school or back in a relationship, or either just back maybe somehow there's somebody that's actually was in their life. They've still been communicating with them. However, it hasn't been in a relationship situation. It's probably somebody that they're confiding in. So an individual that they used to deal with. There might have been or not be any more of a really tight bond with this individual, but they still speak this individual. They still speak with this individual. Okay, you have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the King of Swords. I'm hearing temper. Somebody in the relationship has a temper. This person is nasty in the way that they've probably been dealing with all of the children, is what I'm getting. Probably covering up things. The other party is covering up things. There has been some thought where the other parties thought about walking away from the situation, but unfortunately, excuse me, they had not. This is something that's literally keeping one of them is more worried than the other. So what I'm getting from spirit is one of them did something, and then it involved the other person assisting in the cover up. I'm hearing something about cover up. Um, let's see what else we can try to get. So we've got the Hangman, clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Empress, and the Page of Swords. Somebody is somebody in the background is spying. It could be that the mother has the actual maternal mother of these children. She has a wish, which is to find her boys alive, um, and well. And she might have been going out, probably trying to speak to neighbors to see if they know of what might have happened with the boys or seen them. She's probably doing more of an investigation. It's sort of in the background because she wasn't, and they weren't in her custody. However, I believe that she has folks in the community that she is going to be able to get some sort of direction, some sort of information of how the young kids appeared to be treated, um, while in the custody of these two individuals. Okay, let's see here. So we've got the Five of Wands, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Pentacles. It seems like maybe this couple was, there was some type of juggling in the home. I'm not sure if this is going to be finances or relationship. I'm hearing got in over their head. Maybe they had too many children that they had already signed up for to care for, and they weren't actually fit to handle the amount of children that they had, but they weren't telling the authorities, well, I feel you guys need it. I think that they were actually housing or keeping the children because it was a financial gain on their behalf, is what I'm hearing. Something about finances. Unfortunately, it seems like finances is something that became an issue. They started having difficult times, maybe, in having to juggle things. And with them having to juggle, um, it was becoming, I think, just a little too much on them to bear with all of the children that they had already taken on board. Excuse for the snowing in the background, guys. I have, if y'all can hear that, I'm sorry. So, again, here we've got the Page of Swords, clarified by the Seven of Cups, and again, the Hangman. Just a second. All right, guys, sorry about that. There was, it seems to me, a couple of things in the situation that might have caused. I'm hearing driven. They might have been taken. The young males might have been taken inside of a car. I would check. I'm hearing digging. Oh gosh. What are you trying to tell me? Digging. Fi- if is there nearby family where these two might have had access to their yard, their backyard, or I'm hearing digging, so I would check their yard, their around their property. Any woods that you're able to walk into, I would check that, and if they have any family members in the vicinity, you want to check that. I'm hearing digging. I don't know what that is, but that's what I hear, digging. Um, So you've got the Ten of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Chariot in reverse. Somebody was not getting their way with something. I don't know if somebody was trying to move away from the relationship or the other person, and they didn't know what to do because they probably fostered these children or signed documents together. But somebody was looking to go and branch out and do their own thing. It seems to me like maybe they felt as if they were controlled or being controlled. They wanted a completion. This was already coming to a completion, as if they were trying to move away but wasn't able to remove themselves from the individual due to probably paperwork or documents. I'm hearing something about documents. Let's see. Well, let's do this one first. So we've got the Devil in the reverse, the World, clarifying it, and the Queen of Pentacles. The root of all evil. Money. Something. It's gonna be something about something going on with the finances. Um, I get a sense that in this home there was some extra activity, and I think that you're gonna find that where the other children is going to be lucrative when it comes down to conversations with them. I think that in the background, there was a lot of things that maybe even family members weren't aware of. However, somebody in the house was, I think you're going to find out that they were abusing some of the children, meaning they weren't treating all of the children the same. And these two children might have been um, the two that gave them the most. Wow. I'm hearing the two that gave them the most. I'm not just going to say that. I'm just going to say trouble. Um, I'm hearing beaten. I'm hearing beaten to death. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I don't even want to speak on some of this stuff, but I only give y'all what I hear. I think that there was some type of control inside of the household that one of them had over the other. And the issue got, there was something that occurred that got out of hand, and somebody is covering for somebody else. All right, so you have the Five of Cups. This is draining. Mm. Clarified by the Five of Cups in the reverse. Somebody stuck on what they've done, on the effects that they're causing. And then you've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse as well. these two individuals were up against something they could no longer, they were no longer in control of the situation, and they didn't know how to reach out and say that we're not able to care for all of them anymore. There was an issue, and I think that maybe something happened with the one of the boys. The other boy happened to be there, and I think that's why both of them, that's why both of them were harmed. I'm hearing killed. Um, oh God. All right, so we've got the Chariot in reverse, clarified by the Death card, and the Three of Cups. Someone in this situation is actually deep down in their soul dealing with a sense of dreadness, a sense of being drained, a sense of feeling that they're falling apart. They are in a position where they're trying to focus on how to come up out of this situation victorious. I'm getting a sense that they think that they're going to get away with it. I'm hearing just don't talk or just don't tell. I don't think the children are still with us. And I do believe that something occurred with one of the children. And so they got rid of the other child as well. So we've got the Eight of Swords, clarified by the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Somebody had had enough of the other individuals. Probably the way that they treated them, the communication. I don't think that it was just the children that were treated bad. I don't know, because you never know in these relationships who has the control. I'm not sure if it's the guy or the girl that has had control over the relationship, but somebody was literally ready to get out of this situation. And I keep hearing something about tied to paperwork, as if maybe they were tied or they both signed documents. And so at the point right now, they couldn't walk away freely without being able to. In other words, had they went to the authorities or they went to DSS and said, "Hey, I want out of my relationship because so and so is just an angry person, they're nasty, then that would draw attention to them. I think that the individual that was wanting to walk away at the time thought about that. They didn't want the authorities to be involved. This is something I'm hearing that could have been prevented. It's more like somebody sat and stayed with somebody even though they weren't being treated properly and the children weren't being treated properly, but they stayed because they felt that they have made a bed with this individual. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so that's the Four of Wands in the reverse. Orin and Orson West. Orin and Orson West. Orin and Orson West. What else? Orin and Orson West. Orin and Orson West. Orin and Orson West. Orin and Orson West. Oh, oh. Alright, so we've got the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's a lot of swords here. The Five of Swords in the reverse, the Strength card in the reverse. Got one more card here. The Ten of Cups in the reverse, and the Hierophant in the reverse. I'm not sure if this couple is married, but there was definitely a falling out of a relationship, a falling out of a marriage, an ending of one coming due to one of the individuals in the relationship having a heavy bad communication problem. It seems like they wanted to control this individual. This individual no longer, the other individual no longer had strength to even deal with the situation. The foundation was already turned upside down. I'm going to say that there is something probably going on with finances, or they had already put on too much and they weren't able to handle what they had already gotten themselves into. And instead of letting DSS know that they had too much, they weren't able to bear it anymore to assist all of the children at once, they decided to try to keep it all under wraps for financial gain. I believe the children were probably brought in, all of the children were brought into the home so that they could actually physically live off of them. So, in other words, they're getting a monthly, probably stipend for these individuals, for these children, and that is how they probably most likely were caring for themselves. Without the children, they weren't able to care for themselves. I'm going to say that yes, something happened. I think something happened with one of the parent. The other parent became involved because they tried to assist in covering up instead of coming forward and saying exactly what happened inside of that home. I believe that something actually happened in the home. However, I'm getting a sense that the children were taken from the home, maybe by vehicle. There is chariots here, and they're all, well, the one, yeah, the two that I saw earlier, they were in reverse. Um, I would say definitely their surrounding area where they are needs to be checked. Any woods around that area, but also if they have access to someone else's property, if they have family in the area, do not sleep on those properties. Check those properties if they had access to those properties. I have heard dig a couple of times, or digging. I'm not sure what that means, digging for information or digging physical graves. However, these two young guys lost their lives due to just folks that didn't want to speak up and say that they could not no longer handle the situation. This is, thought it was a card, maybe it did not flip. This is Ten of Swords. Yeah, there was fighting going on inside of the relationship. There's definitely some secrets that we already know that's being kept. There's probably going to be that third individual that I've already spoken to you guys about. Somebody that has already been told information, or maybe somebody that even talked information out of the other person. Somebody in this relationship was actually trying to move forward. They were thinking about leaving and moving on. However, finances is what was keeping these two together, anyways. And I believe that that's the reason why they were fostering so many children. They were looking for a bunch of handouts, and right now they are actually trying to act fictitious. They're trying to come up with issues, but the actual person didn't have strength to deal with that other person anymore. They definitely wanted to walk out on faith and leave the situation alone. This person felt as if they were doing it all. It could have gotten to a situation where they felt that they were the only one really caring for these kids, and so taking a leap of faith and leaving was probably going to be the best thing to do. However, you had the same person that's acting like Mr. Jekyll so high, acting as if he cared, but this other person knew deep down inside that they had already seen him for who he was. I really think it was the guy. um, I think that he did something to one of the boys, and the young lady is physically trying to assist him in covering up whatever happened. Both of them right now is being sneaky inside of this situation. There is still sneakiness going on in the situation. They're going to continue to do that. The story with them is going to continue to remain the same because they've already literally, it seems to me, went over, went over. Maybe they went over their story several times, or they went over what they're going to say or how they're going to say it. I'm not sure if this couple is married. I just know that it seems like there was some type of stress in the home. It could have been surrounding the children, or it could have been surrounding finances. However, one of them did something to one of the boys, and the other boy happened to be there, so they got rid of both of them. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notification bells so that you guys are updated each and every time I upload these videos. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that are new subscribers. We appreciate you being here. To my day ones, I totally love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any readings that you'd like for me to get out, this one makes, I don't know, guys, I feel kind of drained on the situation. So I feel like the individual that had something to do with these young guys um, being harmed. I believe that that person is feeling some sense of drain too. I mean, I really literally feel drained for this reading. Okay, guys, love you. Bye.